All right, let's now bring in Basem Naim, who's a member of Hamas's political bureau, joining us via Zoom. Mr. Naim, welcome to Al Jazeera. Could you, first of all, briefly make the Hamas position clear on precisely where we're at with the negotiations on phase two?
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we have signed a deal on January 19th, which is composed of 3 phases. Phase 1, 2, 3. Each phase is 42 days. According to this deal, we have to start the negotiations about the second phase on day 16 of the first phase. Until now, the Israelis are refusing to engage in the negotiations of the second phase. Therefore, they are greatly violating the deal and endangering the deal and exposing the deal to fall apart. And they are threatening, by the way, directly or indirectly, publicly or secretly, that they might go back to war and to continue their prevention of allowing a lot of basic needs, which is part of the deal, especially in the first phase, to enter the Gaza Strip. I think the Israelis are planning to escalate again, despite we have said it many times. We are committed to the deal. We have done already our duties according to the deal, and we are ready to continue implementing the deal according to what we have signed on.
To what you've agreed already. All right, so you say that you believe that Israel is planning to escalate again, but is Hamas happy to move on to phase two, even though at this stage Israel hasn't fulfilled its phase one obligations, like allowing shelters into Gaza and drawing down on troops?
Yes, Israel has violated the deal in many aspects, as we have said it many times. Until now, Israel has killed more than 100 Palestinians. They have prevented most of the basic needs to enter the Gaza Strip. They have delayed the release of our prisoners many times and endangered the whole deal. But despite of this, we have conveyed a clear message to the mediators. We are ready to go for the second deal or to negotiate the second deal based on the signed agreement. And we are committed to this deal, but we cannot accept to go for the end of the first phase, which is next Saturday, without being engaged or involved in negotiations about the second phase.
So just to clarify, though, to make absolutely clear, what you have just said there is that Hamas is ready to move on to phase two at this point.
Yes, we are ready to move to implement the deal according to what we have signed, especially on Saturday. This is the last day of the first phase without being involved or engaged in a second phase negotiations, which has to start on day 16. And this is a very very dangerous sign that the Israelis are planning to sabotage the deal and to escalate again.
Do you feel that Hamas has conceded too much for too little in return?
If you look what the Israelis have done according to in the first phase, yes, the Israelis have. I understand. I understood the question that you are talking about the deal, not the whole battle.
Yeah, no, for the deal. 7. I mean, releasing all civilians, but which is what you have done. But Israel has not stood by its side of the bargain, and now we're in this situation where phase two is in doubt.
Yes, the Israelis have violated the deal many times, but at the end, our main goal is to reach an end of this war, a permanent ceasefire, total withdrawal of the Israeli forces, and to start the rebuilding process of Gaza Strip. If we achieve these 3 goals, despite of all of what happened, I think Hamas is still committed to the deal.
Donald Trump, the US president, has called for Hamas to leave Gaza completely. If this is a key condition for the reconstruction of Gaza, what's your reaction to that? What do you say to that?
I think this is not a question at all. This is not a starting question at all, because Hamas is representing the vast majority of Palestinians. Hamas is part of the social fabric and the political arena of the Palestinians. Hamas is not a foreigner or an immigrant like Trump himself, whose grandfather came to America from Germany. We are part of this land. This is our homeland. We are not ready to leave as all other Palestinians, not only Hamas members or leaders, and there is a lot of options to rebuild Gaza without committing a war crime or a crimes against humanity by ethnic cleansing 2 million Palestinians from their homeland.
Okay, finally, Mr. Naim, technically on Sunday morning, phase one of the ceasefire deal should have ended. If phase two has not started at this point, where do you think the deal stands? And would you expect, and will Palestinians in Gaza expect, for Israel to resume bombing?
First of all, we hope that the mediators doing their duties, homework, to oblige Israel to abide the deal by engaging in the second phase and to go for a permanent ceasefire and to withdraw their forces from the Gaza Strip. If not, we are ready for all scenarios. Not all. I'm not talking about Hamas only. I mean, the Palestinians are ready for all scenarios. By the way, what they are threatening, what the Israelis are threatening Gaza of, they are already doing this in the same in a more aggressive manner in the West Bank. They are already destroying the houses and kicking Palestinians from their homes. It is not about Gaza. It is not about Hamas. It is about this fascist ideology and racist ideology of this fascist government in Israel. How to get rid of all Palestinians from the historical Palestine. We are ready for all scenarios, but we said it again and again. We are looking for an end of this war, to reach a permanent ceasefire. We are committed to the deal, and we are ready to go for implementing the deal up to the end. If they decide to de-escalate, this is their decision.
Okay.
But I have here to say one last sentence, that de-escalating the situation in the Gaza Strip, it will never serve the declared plans of Trump administration to bring security, prosperity, or stability in the region. I think this will destabilize the whole region, not only the Gaza Strip.
That's Basem Naim, a member of Hamas's political bureau. Mr. Naim, thank you for joining us.
Please.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.